Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Donald H. Jones Stadium here on the campus of Kiski in beautiful Salzburg, Pennsylvania. Today, the Cougars welcome in St. James School from Hagerstown, Maryland. St. James comes in with a record of 0-1, and the Cougars also come in with a record of 0-1, suffering a last-minute heartbreaking loss to the Columbus Crusaders last week. Once again, up here in the booth today, we have head prefect Eli Fontenez on the camera. We have Mr. Aiden Waller doing the spotter. Brady McNally working the scoreboard for us. Miss Hughes, assistant athletic director, working the clock. And Coach Buren on the PA here at the stadium. St. James will be kicking off to start the game. We have number 6, Dallas Price, number 5, Donovan Cordoni, back deep for the Cougars. Yeah, just enter. Got it. Don't start it yet. Don't start it yet. Okay. Okay. Kick deep, fielded by Price at the 5. Price looking for some room. Gets out to the 20, swarmed under by a host of Saints. 25 and 5. Liam Hall, number 5, in on the tackle. Number 25 for the Saints. No. Cougars come out, tight end right, I formation with Price behind quarterback Matt Hart. We have a little procedure on the Cougars to start. Move them back 5. It'll be a 1st and 15 to 15-yard line. Cougars stay in the same formation. Hart under center. Price dotting the I. It's a handoff to Price on the right side. Stacked up immediately by the Saints. Number 1, Trevor Owens setting the edge out there. Brings up a 2nd and 15 for the Cougars. Cougars breaking the huddle. Once again, tight end right in the I formation. Hart at quarterback. Maurice, 21 at fullback. Price shifts over to the slot left. Single back. Price in motion. Toss to the right. Immediately met off the edge by number 1, Trevor Owens. Six-yard loss. Bring up make that a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 19 at the 11 for the Cougars. Cougars come out, trips to the right. We have Wolkowski, Dubois, and Price in that trip set. Snap to tunnel screen, not caught, ruled incomplete. 4th and 19 for the Cougars Ball at the 11-yard line. Not the way we wanted to start the game. Punting unit in. Nick Zia, number 3, back to punt. Looks like number 7. Is that 7 out there? Or number 2? Number 2. Punt by Zia. Fielded by number 2 for the Saints and immediately brought down by number 27, Jesse Nelson. Let me see if I can find number 2. Zach Malloy was the deep man. Saints will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 47. Oh, hey, bud. Saints in a 2-by-2. Quick pass out to Owens. Dropped. Incomplete. Clock will stop on the incomplete. Saints break huddle. Come out 2-by-2 again. Single back behind quarterback Yates. Back out to Owens again. Same play. Completed this time. Brought down by Price and Cordoni. Gain of 8. 3rd and 2. Saints. Ball at the 39-yard line of the Cougars. Once again, Saints in a 2-by-2. Back set to the left of Yates in the shotgun. Quick pass. He breaks free. Tripped up by number 25, Ian Smith and Cordoni, but not after a gain of about 10, maybe 9 there. Puts the ball at the 30. 1st down, Saints. Should be running, yes. First down, Saints. 30-yard line of the Cougars. Saints come out 2-by-2 once again. Yates under center. Stonebreaker the back. Sweep to number 82. Who'd you have on the tackle there, Mr. Waller? He fell down. Mr. Waller's not giving anybody credit. Who was the closest guy? Matt Campbell, closest to the ball carrier. Number 82. Let me see if I can find him. Kelvin Moss is 82. Motion again. Handoff to Stonebreaker up the middle. Campbell first to make contact. But Stonebreaker drags forward for a nice pickup. 5-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Saints. Ball at the 24-yard line. See if the Cougars can come up with a big stop here. Saints. Twins right eye. Looks like a new backfield in. Toss. Edge set by Wilden. Missed tackle, but wrapped up. Got Weldon set the edge. Gonzaga come in. So number 2 on the carry there. Number 2, Zach Malloy on the carry. No gain on the play. Maybe a half-yard gain. Weldon did a nice job of coming off the edge there to make the ball carrier change directions immediately, slowing up that play. Gonzaga's up, walking off the field on his own power. Brings up a 4th and short, 2 long one, very long one. Almost a full 2 yards here for first down conversion. Saints will have it. Ball at the 22-yard line. Need to get to the 20. We got twins right. No. Single back. Immediately met by number 11, Adam Wolkowski. Stonebreaker met in the backfield. Stopped short of the first down by Wolkowski. Will give the Cougars possession. Turnover on downs. Cougars will have the ball. 1st and 10 at the 22. See if the Cougars can get something generated here on offense. They come out in a 2-by-2. Matt Hart, quarterback, in a shotgun. Maurice to his right. Another penalty on the Cougars, illegal procedure. Moving them back 5. Starting 1st and 15 for the second drive in a row. We don't like that situation. 1st and 15 is not ideal. 2-by-2. Maurice set to the right. Shotgun snap to Hart. Hart throws. Deflected, but brought in by Cordoni off of the deflection. Number 50. Hunter Bigelow on the tackle. 6-yard gain on the completion to Cordoni. 2nd and 9 for the Cougars. Ball at the 23-yard line. Hart once again in the shotgun. Trips left. Maurice set to the right. Snap. Hart back to throw. Complete to Dallas Price. Number 9 for the Saints, Owen Miskowski on the tackle. Brings up a 3rd and 1 for the Cougars. See if the Cougars can convert here, get a first down, maybe get a little momentum going. Solnetzer, the center, comes out of the huddle first. And hold on, we have a timeout. We have a timeout by the Cougars. Coach Solominski didn't like what he saw there. Called a timeout. First week of school here at the Kiski School. Students are all back on campus. How was your first week there, Mr. Waller? Mr. Waller says his week was quite good. What about you, Mr. Fontanez? Pretty good for Mr. Fontanez. Mr. McNally, how about you? Good. It was good for everybody here. We're excited to have everybody back on campus here at Kiski. How's everybody liking the new food service? Everybody's giving a thumbs up to the new food service, providing our student athletes and all of our students with good quality, nutritious meals, fresh salad bar every day, noodle bar, deli, fresh fruit. Nice upgrade. Nice upgrade to the facilities. Timeout over. Cougars come back out, have it 3rd and 1. Hart in a shotgun. We have trips to the right. Maurice setting to the right. Pass down the middle for Price, just out of his reach. Coverage by number 10. Coverage by number 10, Andrew Sullivan. It was a nice ball by Mr. Matt Hart. Just a touch long. 4th and 1 for the Cougars. Zia back to punt. And number 2, Zach Malloy, deep for the Saints. Looked like a little movement there. Yes, ball's blown dead. Illegal procedure by the Cougars. We'll move them back 5 yards, making it 4th and 6 now. Ball will be at the 26. We'll replay that down. Zia will still be back to punt. Brandon Ladakis in the snap for the Cougars. Good snap by Ladakis. High end over end kick. Bad bounce. Touched dead by number 21, Christian Maurice. Saints will take over possession, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. We'll see if the Cougars can get another defensive stand here. Out there on the defense right now, we have Price out at the one corner, Ian Smith at another corner, Christian Maurice sitting back at a safety, Cordoni's at a safety. Saints go 2-by-2. Stonebreaker behind the quarterback. Handoff up the middle to Stonebreaker. He's through a big hole. Brought down by Cordoni, but not after a gain of about 20. Ball was at the 42, now down at the 16. So yes, 27-yard gain. Wind the clock. 1st and 10 for the Saints. The 16-yard line. Saints again in a 2-by-2. Number 5 setting to the right of Yates. Back to pass to Owens over the middle. Through his hands and dropped. Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Had a nice little crossing route there. Owens finding some open area in the defense. Luckily for the Cougars, went through his hands. 2nd and 10, Saints. Coming out trips right. Number 5 to the left of Yates. Shotgun snap, but we have a whistle. And it looks like defense was lined up in the neutral zone. So it will be a encroachment penalty on the defense, giving the Saints 5 free yards. Makes it 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 make that. Ball at the 11. 5 setting to the right of Yates. Yates looking to throw, rolling right, back, incomplete. Smith on the coverage. Owens, the intended receiver. Third and 5, Saints now. Ball at the 11. Tucker Lloyd out there as a linebacker. Gonzaga as a linebacker. We have Dane Weldon out there as a linebacker. Campbell, Solnutzer at ends. Franken and Flipper fishing at the 2 tackles. Saints trips right, motioning out. Quarterback draw up the middle. Number 7, Yates, finds a seam and gets into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. 11-yard gain, making the score 6-0 Saints. 4:26 remaining in the first quarter. 85 for the Saints. Kevin Brown attempt at the extra point was no good. St. James will have a 6-0 lead when we return to play. 4:26 left in the first quarter. Would like to see the Cougars get a little something going offensively here and get the ball on the other side of the field. It's kind of been a one-sided affair as far as field positioning here. Saints will be lined up to kick off with number 85. Brown to kick off. Price and Cordoni deep for the Cougars. Wolkowski, Nelson also as up backs. Deep kick. Fielded by Price at the 5. Finds a seam. Nice return by Price. Scampers around and gets pushed out of bounds by number 50. Hunter Bigelow pushing him out. Is a flag on the play. Back at the Cougar 21. Be in the area of a illegal block on the return, which will definitely put the Cougars deep in their own territory to start this possession. It'll be a spot foul, marking it back 10, probably set us up at about the 11-yard line here. We're going to put it at the, 11. 1st and 10, Kiski, ball at the 11. Let's see if the offense can get something going here. Hart in the huddle. Cougars come out 2 by 2. Maurice setting to the left of Hart in the shotgun. Snap by Solnutzer. Hart to throw. Complete to Price. Short gain. Brought down immediately by Bigelow, number 50. And who's the other guy? Number 70? 70, Caden Saunders. And Bigelow both in on the tackle. 2-yard gain on a short completion to Price. 2nd and 8 Cougars. Twins right. Price at the tail. Handoff to the fullback, Maurice, up the middle for a short gain of 3. Looked like number 5, Liam Hall, in on the tackle. Short gain of 2, 3rd and 6 for the Cougars. Ball at the 15-yard line. Cougars coming out, trips left. Wolkowski, Dubois, and Price. Maurice setting to the right of Hart. Hart, quarterback, back to throw. Goes deep for Price, but intercepted by Owens of the Saints at the 49-yard line. Owens looks to be shaken up a little bit after the catch. He's up. He's up on the sideline over there, so it doesn't look to be a serious injury. Might have just landed on the ball wrong, got the wind knocked out of him or something. But he's up. Saints will take possession, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Come out, trips right. Back setting to the left. Swing pass to number 9. Converged on immediately by Cordoni, but spins out of it. Still going on his feet down the sideline. Number 9 finally brought down by Tucker Lloyd at the 13-yard line, but not until after a gain of about 39 yards there, maybe 38. Number 9, Miskowski, with that reception and nice move to break free. Saints trips on the left, Stonebreaker to the right, but Yates keeps it back up through the right side, scampers in for a 13-yard score, putting the Saints up 12-0. Looked like the same play they ran for the first touchdown, just to the opposite side. '85. Brown on to attempt the extra point. Yates in for the hold. Good snap. Ball's down. Blocked by 73. Marquise Fisher flipping. Got nice penetration there and got his big paw up to get a block on that extra point. Score now, St. James 12, Kiski 0, 2:01 remaining in the first quarter. Saints have come out firing on all cylinders today. Let's see if the Cougars can bounce back and get a little something going. Brown kicks it deep. Cordoni on the return, looking for some room. Brought down by number 9, Miskowski on the tackle. Looked like he had a little horse collar. Flags are down. They're definitely calling it. It'll put it'll give the Cougars 15 yards from the spot. Might only be 10. I'm not real sure what the horse collar is. Yeah. Yes. So instead of the ball being at the 17, we're going to mark it out up to the 30, 32, 15-yard penalty. Cougars will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 32. Come out in an I formation. Price dotting the I, Strong to the left. Hand off to Price up the middle. Still trying to drive forward, but swarmed under by a host of Crusaders. Looks like 54 and 5. 5 Liam Hall, 54. 54. Scan down through here, see if I can find a 54. Their roster is not in numbered order, so it's hard to find them. Once again, Cougars I formation. Hand to Price off the right side. Met immediately again by number 9, Miskowski. Number 50, Hunter Bigelow, also in on the stop. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Cougars. Coming out, trips left. Maurice set to the right of Hart in the shotgun. Snap. Hart rolls to the right. Goes deep over the head of Thornton. Had him open after the scramble. Just couldn't connect on the throw. Kiski has some things. They're just not connecting. We just got to settle down a little bit. Brings up 4th down, 7. Zia into punt again. Malloy. Malloy back deep for the Saints. Zia gets a nice high kick. Fair catch. Muffed. Don't know what. We got penalty flags. It looked like he was a little early on the coverage. Didn't give him an opportunity to catch the ball. High school football, you don't have to give yardage. Like there's no halo rule, but you have to give them an opportunity to catch the ball. They're going to call interference on the catch. Cougars will be yes. Yep. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. Putting the ball in Cougar territory at the 48-yard line. Saints will start out 2-by-2. Yates under center. Motion to the left. Stonebreaker up the middle, but Fisher flipping immediately in the backfield for a maybe 2-yard loss. Wilden also in on the play. Fisher flipping. Nice defensive tackle play out there. Only a 1-yard loss. Julius Franken also having a nice defensive line play there. And that'll bring in the end of the first quarter with the score St. James Saints 12, Kiski Cougars 0. Fisher flipping, come in. I mean, shot that gap nice. Worked his hands real nice. Down the line of scrimmage. Made a nice play there for a 1-yard loss. Marquise and I had a nice session in the weight room the other day. So we're going to flip sides of the field. Saints will have it 2nd and 11 to start the second quarter, maybe 2nd and 12. Now it's 2nd and 11. The ball will be at the 49-yard line. Looks like they're going to be lined up in trips. Yates will be in a shotgun with Stonebreaker to the left of him. Bubble screen out to Owens. Met immediately by Dane Wilden for a maybe 3-yard loss. Setting up 3rd and 14. Ball now at the 48-yard line of the Saints. Wilden come out of the game after that play. Let's hope he's all right. Thornton in, trips for the Saints. Rolling right or left is Yates, scrambling, trying to get away down the sideline, but pushed out of bounds, short of the first down. Tucker Lloyd getting hands on him. Price finishing him out of bounds. Gonzaga also in there, putting pressure on him. Did gain about 6-7 yards there. Brings up 4th down and 6. Ball at the Cougar 44. Looks like the Saints are going to go for it. Up 14. Trips to the right. Stonebreaker setting to the left. Snapped the ball, but we had movement out here. Looks like the Saints are going to be moved back. Procedure. I don't think they were set before they snapped the ball, and that's exactly it. Procedure on the Saints moves it back 5. It'll make it now a 4th and 11, which changes the Saints' mind. They're going to punt it now with Brown. Brown back to punt. Cordoni, deep man to receive. And boy, is he deep. Good snap. Deep punt. Cordoni comes up, lets it bounce, but it rolls, and the Saints are going to benefit from that. Downing it at the 1-yard line. Number 2, Malloy, down to punt. Brown, nice punt there. I mean, 50-yard punt with no return. Downing it at the 1. Good play by the Saints. Cougars are, backs against the wall. Long field of drive. Hart entering the huddle. Let's give a shout out to Mr. Hart listening. Couldn't make the trip up today. Has his wife here supporting Matt. Matt's under center. I backfield. Maurice with Price behind him, deep in the eye. Hand off to Price. Short gain. Trying to get a little room to work. Maybe out to the 2-yard line. 3-yard line. Looks like a gain of 2 by Price. 74. Maxine Vivier. I got the pronunciation on that. He's Canadian also. Vivier. 74 for the Saints on a nice play. Once again, Cougars in the eye with Price deep. Up the middle. Chugging. Nice pickup by Price. Keeping his feet moving. 70. Saunders for the Saints. Went for a ride there, but Price carried him for a good 7 yards after initial contact to pick up the first down. Cougars getting their initial first down of the game. It's good to see him getting a little something going. Tight end left, strong left, once again in the eye. Hart takes the snap, hands to Price off the right side. Not much room at all. Miskowski, number 9, setting the edge. And number 8, let's see if I can find his name on the roster here. I don't have a number 8 on the roster. Maybe he's on the Max Prep roster. Aiden Carter, number 8, with that. Cougars. Hart fakes the handoff and then follows the fullback up the middle. Gain of about 1.5. We'll make a 3rd and 6 maybe. Ball's at the 15. Need to get to the 21. Hart will be under center again. Twins right. I backfield with Price again, dotting the I. Handoff to Maurice, straight up the middle. Grinding for some yards. He's close. Close to the first down. Just pushing the pile. Big boys up front. Odin from Iceland. Julius Franken. Who's that? Corman out there. Zach Solnutzer. Gabe Hilty. All up on the front line. Pushing the pile. Getting that nice 6-yard gain for a first down. Cougars come out. Twins to the right. Split left. I backfield. Hart under center. Takes the snap. Hands again for Price. Gets around the edge and then steps out of bounds after a nice gain of 5. Cougars look to be getting a little traction here. 2nd and 5 at the 26. Good to see the Cougars finally getting something going here on offense. See if the big boys up front can continue to make some room for the running game. Tight end right, I formation. Price behind Maurice. Hart takes the snap, hands it to Maurice with a quick hitter right up the middle off of left guard. Tackled by number 1. I believe number 1's Trevor Owens for the, Trevor Owens for the Saints on a tackle, but not after a first down pickup. Ball's at the 32 now for the Cougars. 31 total yards so far on this drive. Cougars coming out. Twins to the right again. We got a split up on the left. Price behind Maurice in the backfield. Hart takes the snap, hands to Maurice off the left side, finds a nice cut, making some moves. Good 11-yard run for Price. Number 1, Owens again on the tackle. Good footwork there by Price to make a couple guys miss. Offensive line has definitely got some traction going here. Ball at the 44 of the Cougars now. 1st and 10. Tight end comes to the right. Backfield once again. Hand off to Price up the middle, but met immediately by Bigelow and Owens. 60. Gupta also in on that play. I hope I pronounced that right. Gupta. Gupta. Sounds right to me, huh? If I mispronounced it, I apologize. Made a nice play either way. Well, they did give Price a 1-yard gain, 1.5 maybe. Setting up a 2nd and 8. We'll give him a good 2 on that. Matt Hart checks in at tight end, or Matt Campbell, I'm sorry, checks in at tight end. Hart still under center. Fake. Off the back edge. Trevor Owens hits Hart from the blind side, strips, causing a fumble. Who recovered? I believe one was the guy who stripped it. Trevor Owen, wasn't sure who fell on it. We'll have to check the film on that. Unfortunate. Cougars had a nice drive going, but the Saints come up with a turnover there. .5:24 in the second quarter. Cougars ate a lot of clock right there. 5:24 timeout. Saints called a timeout. 5:24 left in the second quarter. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 37 when we come back to action. And the Cougars need to come up with another defensive stand. Let's see if they can get some things worked out here. We got nice helpers over on the chain crew again today. We have, we'll get to that here in a second. Saints are set up 2x2. Stonebreaker to the right, motion right, toss the Stonebreaker up the middle, wrapped up by Lloyd, but not after a gain of 10. We'll give them 11 on that. 1st down for St. James, 27-yard line. Mr. Mealy over there on the chains. Cuda brothers again, and we have Santino. What's Santino's last name again? Can you pronounce that one for me? Oh, Santino's from Rochester. Santino's nice, real nice guy. Saints, shotgun snap to Yates. Yates looking, evades. Pressured out of bounds, ran out of bounds by Wilden out on the far side, but not after he gains about 2. Putting the ball at the 25. Saints breaking huddle. 2x2 formation. Stonebreaker set to the right of Yates. Motion to the left. Try the same play, but swarmed under by Campbell and Lloyd. Fisher flipping, standing up the O-line, not giving any room there. Yates stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half-yard gain. But we're going to have a 3rd and long, 7, short 8. Ball at the 25. Saints trips left. Stonebreaker set to the right of Yates. Yates back to pass. Out to the left. Number 10, the intended receiver, Sullivan. Cordoni was the closest Cougar on the coverage. Cordoni is flopped up here to the outside. 4th and 8. Ball at the 25. Saints trips Stonebreaker setting, and the Cougars give away a free 5-yard here. Doesn't make it a first down, but it definitely makes it an easier situation for the Saints. Putting it down now, 4th and 3. Kind of opens up the playbook a little bit more. 4th and 8, you're kind of limited. 4th and 3, you can do a lot more on 4th and 3. Timeout on the field. Not sure who called the timeout. We have 3:56 left in the half. Coach Shelton, defensive coordinator for the Cougars, has them huddled up out there. Let's see if we can get something dialed up here to get a stop and get the ball back. Cougars had a nice drive going on their last possession till an unfortunate turnover, but they did move the ball almost 50 yards prior to that. So let's see if we can get the ball back here and continue that momentum that we did have going. Fisher flipping and Franken will be the D tackle still. Campbell, Zach Solnutzer 55 out there at the D end still. Tucker, Lloyd, Gonzaga, and Wilden, the linebackers. Toss left, edge set. Look, had a quick toss to Liam Hall. Brought down by 21, Christian Maurice. Enough yards. Looked like a gain of about 7. Sets up the Saints 1st and 10 at the 15. Cordoni was there to set the edge, but had no help until after the first down was made. Shotgun. Hall behind Yates with Stonebreaker set to the right. Twins right. Yates to throw. Deep for Owens. Broken up by Cordoni. Nice play by Cordoni to be in position to break up the pass from Yates to Owens. Looking for a little corner route there. Had a little smash concept going on that outside. Outside guy drew a short route to hold that corner. Tried to hit the back of the end zone flag route to that open space, but Cordoni was all over it. He's seen that a time or two in his 4 years at Kiski. And he's gotten a lot better at playing it also. Yes, sir, Coach Buren. So Saints, Twins to the right. Pistol set, no. Yates is going to go under center. Straight eye now. Hall behind Stonebreaker. He's bounces. He had him contained in the middle, but he bounced out for a gain of 6 after they had him bottled up. Do we have a number on that tackle? Number 12, Tucker Lloyd in on the play for the tackle. 3rd and 4 for the Saints. Ball at the 9. Okay, timeout by the Cougars. Timeout by the Cougars, I think it was, and we got 2:46 left in the first half here. Saints have it, 3rd and 4 at the 9. Cougars with their backs to the wall need a big stop to keep this a manageable game going into halftime. Overall, the Cougars haven't played bad on defense, just had a breakdown here or two. And it seemed like they were getting a little bit of going on their last offensive possession. So let's see. Hopefully we can get things figured out at halftime and come out, have a better second half. Saints back from the timeout. Yates looks like he's going to be under center. Stonebreaker and Hall in the eye. Twins right. Yates breaks contained to the right. Scampers into the end zone for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. Flag on the play, though, and that's in the area of a hold or something. Oh, it's a hold. Good break for the Cougars here. We have a hold on the Saints, so we won't have a touchdown there. Marking the ball back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. We'll bring up a repeat 3rd down from the 19-yard line. So we're going to have 3rd and 14. Ball at the 19-yard line. Definitely a break for the Cougars. 2:39 left. Trevor Owen out there on the right. He's got some height. Let's see if they go to him. Another flag. And the Saints are going to be moved back another 5 yards for a procedure penalty. Setting up a 3rd and 19 now. Ball at the 24-yard line. Trevor Owens has some nice height out there as a receiver. Let's see if they try to ISO him on a deep ball here. They have him set out to the right side. Twins right. Hall behind Yates. Yates back to throw. Going deep for Owens. And he brings it down for the score on the jump ball. Yates to Owens. 24 maybe yards, I think that was. But there is a flag on the play. It's laying in the end zone away from where the ball was thrown. I'm believing in that would be somewhere in the defensive backfield as far as a defensive penalty. Oh, wait. He's calling a dead ball. Hold on. Let's figure this out here. I think they're going to. So they had a dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the Saints. Cougars will elect to take that on the kickoff. So we do have a score, making the score 18. Now Brown with the extra point. It makes it 19. So we have the Saints now leading 19-0 against the Cougars. And we'll see if that penalty was actually a dead ball personal foul. I think they were going to mark off an unsportsmanlike on the Saints for after the touchdown. And they are ball be kicked from the 25. Cougars looked like they had some coverage there, but once again, the Saints using the height of Trevor Owen out there for the jump ball brings it down for the score. So the Saints will set up to kick off from the 25. Brown to kick. Cordoni and Price once again deep for the Cougars, set to return. Brown pooches it short. Cordoni picks it up after a couple rolls, trying to get to this far sideline, outruns a couple, and just unnecessary penalty. Number 2, Malloy on the tackle of Cordoni on the return, but we will definitely have a block in the back on the Cougars. Moving the ball back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, setting up the Cougars 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. 2:23 remaining in the first half. Hart entering the huddle. Let's see what we got going for the last 2 minutes. Cougars will come out with a trips up to the left side. Maurice in the backfield with Hart. Hart to pass, throw in deep, wide open. Wide open is Dubois. Tackled down at the 35 of the Cougars, but not until after a, let's see, 15, 20, 20, that would be 35, 37-yard gain. 37-yard gain from Hart to Dubois. Nice hookup down the seam. Timeout on the field. Whistles are blowing here. Not set. Chains aren't set. You got to excuse those guys. They're lacrosse players. They're not used to setting chains. Cougars set strong right eye. Price behind Maurice in the backfield. Hart takes the handoff. Hands to Price off the left side. Short gain. Bottled up by a host of Saints. Liam Hall, Trevor Owens. Couple others laying down there. Let's see who else may be on the bottom of that pile. Hall and Owens. Hall and Owens on the tackle. Owens coming out of the game. Not sure what's going on. He's walking, so I'm not thinking it's anything all that serious. But his helmet is off, so maybe he just got maybe he's got some pellets in his eye or something. That's a problem on this turf. That's the one problem about playing on turf now, Mr. Waller, is you get those pellets up in your eyes and they burn like crazy, you know. Oh, you get hit with them. That's right. For lacrosse, you get hit with those pellets also. Cougars. Looks like a trips right. Maurice to the left of Hart in the shotgun. Snap. Good. Hart to throw. Steps up through the middle. Nice pickup by Matt Hart. Swarmed under by a bunch of Saints. 78-5. So Liam Hall, 70 is, let me find that name again. 70, Kevin Saunders on the play. I formation. Price. Nice cut. Gains about 2 after the jump cut. Again, a host of Saints led by Hall on the play. Owens back in. Also on the play. .52 for the Saints. Was also in on that play. Cougars come out. Trips right. Maurice set to the left of Hall. Or Hart, I'm sorry. Hart back to throw. Goes over the middle. Intercepted by Owen. Down at the 1. Trevor Owens' helmet just keeps popping off. I don't know what the issue with that is, but every time the helmet comes off, he has to go out for a play. It's actually marked down at the 2-yard line. Momentum must have carried him that extra yard. Trevor Owen having a nice game so far for the Saints. Saints will take over 1st and 10 at the 2. Little time left here in the first half. Stonebreaker behind Yates. Yates just quarterback sneaking, gets up to the 5 for a short 3-yard gain. Did you get a tackle on that, Mr. Waller? Looked like maybe Wilden. We're not sure. Maybe Gonzaga, but that was the last play of the first half there. We'll have to wait to see what the refs say. Last week it was 20. Most of the times it's 15, so I'm not sure what they're going to want. Most of the times it's 15, Mr. McNally, but last week they won it 20 for some reason. Oh, and don't start it until they get a whole way off the field. So we don't start until the teams are completely off the field, okay? So Cougars trailing the Saints 19-0 at halftime. Cougars did play better in the second quarter. Had a little bit of life offensively. Looked like they had some things figured out to where they can at least get some plays going. Yeah, they have to be completely off the field before. And usually, just watch the white hat. He'll wind it for when you want the clock to start. Oh, second. He should the white hat should wind when he wants it to start. Yeah, he's because he keeps looking both ways. Now he winds it. Okay, now we're good. Yes. Halftime here at Donald H. Jones Stadium on the Kiski campus. Today's football game, Kiski Cougars against St. James Saints from Hagerstown, Maryland. Saints are currently leading 19-0. First half was still Cougars are still trying to get their footing, but they're working hard. Welcome back to Donald H. Jones Stadium here on Kiski campus. Teams are coming back up for the second half. Kiski's on the field first. We still have 3:20 left of halftime, and then a 3-minute warm-up period, so almost 6 minutes before we'll have action again. We'd like to thank everybody for watching out there, and wherever you're at out there in the world. We have some people listening overseas, I'm quite sure of. I know Adam Wolkowski, number 11 for the Cougars, said his parents are listening out from Poland. Adam Wolkowski, been here for his second year now at Kiski. Really nice guy from Poland. Good worker in the weight room. Just an all-around great student. We love having him here on campus. Always willing to help. We have Julius Franken, number 74, is from Germany. Let's give a shout out for our German listeners out there. We've had quite a few German boys come over for us. I'd like to give a shout out to good friends Tom and Marianne Wood listening down in Fox Chapel, watching the game. Tom and Marianne have been good friends of mine for quite some years. Met just through football, watching games together. We enjoy that. Pittsburgh Central Catholic fans. I haven't got confirmation yet, but I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Muster might be listening out there in Kelly's Island. We always enjoy having you with us. We miss you around here, but you always be here in spirit with us, Mrs. Muster. Well, Mr. Muster's baseball coaching skills. I know he runs quite an organized practice on the baseball field. We definitely miss having Mr. Muster around. Saints taking the field right as soon as the St. James grandfather of one of the St. James players won the 50-50. We appreciate all the people coming and traveling from Hagerstown or wherever they had to travel from to make it to Kiski here today, joining us. And if you couldn't make it, we appreciate you joining us on the live stream. If you have any comments about our production here, feel free to let us know. We're trying to do the best we can and make this an enjoyable experience for everybody. those single arm atlas swings, we're talking to Mr. Fonteness here. He's talking some workouts. These guys are single arm atlas swings, Eli. Those are they're good for you. I believe the Saints will have the ball to start the second half. As soon as we have the final 20 seconds of the warm-up period wind down, we have some good student helpers down there taking pictures on the sideline for the Cougars. Cougars will be lining up to kick off to start the second half. Nick Zia will be teeing it up. Looks like number 2 and 10. 2 and 10. Malloy and Sullivan deep. Zia kicks it high but short, fielded by Owens at the 16. Coming to the left, brought down by 21, Christian Maurice. Number 8, Wilden, also got a little piece of his foot to trip him up. Maurice finished him off. It's about a 10, 11-yard return by Saints 2-2. Hold up for T still on the field. Saints 2-2. Stonebreaker jet motion. Handoff to 22. Met immediately by Cordoni. .22 Marcelo Anderson with that carry on the jet sweep. 1 yard gain. 2nd and 9 for the Saints. Anderson out. Saints are going to line up 2-2. Stonebreaker to the right. Short pass out to the left by Yates. Incomplete. Wilden providing pressure off of this corner. Gives us a 3rd and 9 Saints. Ball at the 27. Not sure what was going on here. Price had to check out. Nelson back in at corner out here. Saints lining up in trips. Stonebreaker to the left. Yates throws out to the left. Short pass. Bounces before it gets to the receiver, number 10, Sullivan. Closest on to play for defending was 8, Wilden. Good defensive series to start the second half for the Cougars, forcing a punt, 4th and 9. 85, Brown back for the Saints. Deep for the Cougars is Cordoni with Maurice as the up back. Token pressure by Wilden. High punt. Keep your head up. Bounces to Cordoni. Fields it nice. What are we? Brought down by number 5, Liam Hall. Good return by Cordoni, about 20 yards for the Cougars there. Cougars line up double tight end. Handoff to Price on the left side, looking for room, makes a man miss, gains about 4, tripped up by Owens. Looked like what's that number out there, 20? Looked like number 20 for the Saints. Drew Rupp had the initial edge pressure, feeding them to Owens. Cougars in the eye. Hart with the handoff up the middle to Maurice, grinding some tough yards. Hall has him wrapped up by the ankles. Maurice falls forward for a nice gain of about 4. Brings up 3rd and 2. Cougars, ball at the 38-yard line. Tight end right here. Maurice and Price in the eye. Snap to Hart. Maurice again. Tough yards in the middle. Once again, Hall in on the play. Number 70, Caden Saunders also in on that play. Setting up the Cougars 1st and 10 at the 35. First time in positive territory here. Twins right eye. Hart under center. Takes the snap, hands to Price, trying to get out around the right side, but Hall meets him immediately in the backfield. And Owens again in on the play. Hall and Owens seem to be in on just about every play for the Saints. Loss of 2, maybe 2.5, puts it back to the 38. 2nd and a long 12, short 13 here. Cougars coming out 2 by 2. Hart in a shotgun with Maurice set to his right. Snap, back to throw. Hart down the middle for Cordoni. Right through his hands at the 5. Nice throw by Matt Hart. Matt Hart has definitely had a better day today than last week. You can see him maturing. Good to see. Matt, first-year quarterback for the Cougars, has really never played quarterback before this year, so it's nice to see him getting a little bit better play-by-play. 3rd and 13 for the Cougars. come out with a trips. No. Yes, trips. Now they send it to the right side. Cordoni wide. Price inside. Snap to Hart. Trying to get away, but he will not. Number 8. Number 8 for the Saints. I don't have him on this sheet. Coach, did you have number 8? What was his name again? Carter, I believe you told me was his last name. Aiden Carter. Aiden Carter with the pressure there. Makes the play. Pushes the Cougars back. 10. 4th down at the 47. Zia back to punt. Malloy to receive it. Zia gets it muffed by Malloy, still on the ground, but he recovers it at the 19, 20-yard line. Brought down immediately by Nelson. Ladakis also down there to help out. Ladakis, the snapper, getting downfield quickly to help out on the play. Again, Ladakis, brothers, Chris and Tom Rubino, Kiski graduates. Saints set up 1st and 10 at the 20. 2x2. Stonebreaker behind. Motion. Hand off to Stonebreaker up the middle. Brought down by Fisher flipping. But not until after a gain of 7 maybe. 2nd and 3 for the Saints. Ball at the 27. Two by two again. Stonebreaker behind Yates. Yates is under center. Motion. That's actually a penalty. I don't know why they let them get away with that. Toss the Stonebreaker after the motion, but Fisher flipping, running down the line of scrimmage to clean it up. Wilden setting nice edge to let Fisher flipping get down there to make the play. You know, they send that guy in motion and the quarterback wasn't under center, and then he gets under center. So technically that's 2 people in motion at the same time, right, Coach? It should be a penalty. They've been doing that consistently, but the refs are just not calling it. Trips right for the Saints. Yates in the shotgun. Stonebreaker to his left. Tries. Oh, he's wide open. Fake bubble to Sullivan on the deep throw, was caught, loses his footing, but it is a completion, gain of 27 yards, 26 yards make that, putting the ball at the 46-yard line of the Cougars. Yates to Sullivan on the completion. Outside corner for the Cougars kind of bit on that bubble. They've been throwing it for a while, and he bit up deep, and they hit him on the bubble with the go route. 2x2 for the Saints. Yates again in shotgun. Then they throw the swing out to Owens. Makes a guy miss. Cordoni finally corrals him and gets him down after a gain of 8. Make that 9. 2nd and 1, ball at the 38-yard line. Saints moving again. 4:45 and winding in the 3rd quarter make that. Saints controlling here, up 9-0 or 19-0. I'm sorry. Trips right. Swinging it out. Nice play by Wilden to disrupt that throw. Intended for Miskowski from Yates, but Wilden was all over that little swing to the tailback. Third and 1 for the Saints now. See if we can get a big play here by the defense. Third and 1. Trips to the left. Back set to the left. Motioning again. Trying it off the right side. Run by Yates, but Gonzaga all over it. Matthew Campbell was also there to stop him from getting that edge. Gonzaga cleans it up. Drops him for a loss of 3. Brings it 4th and 4 now. Ball at the 40-yard line. Cougars with a big play there. Let's see if they can come up with another. Saints putting trips to the left. Back setting to the left of Yates. And he did. He crossed into the neutral zone. They got him. Giving a free 5 yards for the Saints and giving it an automatic first down. Not something that the Cougars really needed on that. Saints will have it 1st and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line. Trips setting to the left. Miskowski to Yates' right. Going for that. They tried to hit that pump and go, faking the bubble down the field, but Price was all over it. So Yates had to swing it out here to Owens. Incomplete. Bringing it to 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Ball still at the 35. Saints come out twins right. Stonebreaker switches to the right of Yates. Miscommunication, but Yates avoids the tackle. Is brought down after a pickup of about 8 by Ian Smith. Made a nice play out of nothing. There was definitely confusion. Backs going one way. Quarterback trying to hand it off the other way. But he made a nice play of just following where the hole should have been for the back and got up through there for a gain of 8. 3rd and 2 now for the Saints. Ball at the 27. Twins out here to the left. Yates hands it off to Miskowski. Met in the backfield by Cordoni. Wolkowski, Polish power Wolkowski, made him bounce it out, and Cordoni come up to make the stop. Brings up 4th and 5 at the 30. Big moment here for the Cougars. Just under 2 left in the 3rd quarter. See if Coach Shelton has something nice dialed up. Get us off the field here. Twins left. There's that guy Owens in the slot. Look for him. Timeout. Saints. Timeout by the Saints. They had a little twins out here with Sullivan and Owens. Owens has that height. Fourth and 5 will be for the Saints when action resumes. Ball will be at the 30. 4th and 5, they have a lot of options that they could go to here. I mean, Owens with that height just has an advantage over the defensive backs for the Cougars. But we'll see. Yates has also had a nice day running the ball with 3 rushing TDs. He's been able to avoid pressure and make some nice plays with his feet. So let's see if the Cougars can corral him and keep him contained in the pocket and not let him get out. Stonebreaker setting to the right of Yates in the shotgun. 2-by-2 formation for the Saints. Wielding coming off the edge. Down the middle. There's the guy, Owens. Brought down at the 5 after a gain of 25 from Yates. Maurice on the tackle. I might have. Saints come out, trips left. Yates in the shotgun. Snap. Trying to out of the back of the end zone. They tried for that height advantage with Owens again. Just out of the back of the end zone. I mean, they have that. I mean, that's the matchup that they have that they've kind of been relying on. And why wouldn't you? I mean, if it's working, let's keep going to it, right? 2nd and goal. Ball at the 6. Saints in a 2-by-2. Stonebreaker setting to the left of Yates. Shotgun. Look for that little fake with the quarterback running out the left side. Switches them to the right. Going to the right with the quarterback. There he goes. That's the same play. 4th time in the end zone for the touchdown. Putting the Saints up 25-0 with 56 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. That's been the play that they've went to down inside the red zone to get Yates 3 of his 4 rushing touchdowns. Extra point by Brown was no good, leaving the score at St. James 25 and Kiski 0. Let's keep our heads up, Kiski. Keep our heads up. Kiski has played hard today. I would not be upset with any of the effort coming from the Kiski guys. They have definitely played a hard game. Just a couple things that need to be cleaned up, and they're going to be all right. They're working hard. They're playing hard. You can't be complaining about the effort that they're displaying out there. Brown set to tee it up. Cordoni and Price deep. Deep drive down to Cordoni. Fields it at the 10. Trying to get some room. Coming to the right. Gets out to about the 29-yard line. Who do we have on a tackle there? 9. Didn't really see who had to tackle. 19-yard return by Cordoni. There are a couple different players for the Saints in the vicinity of the tackle. Apologize that I don't have an exact number for that. Hart in the huddle. Single back. Wolkowski shifts over to the left, putting trips on that side for the Cougars. Maurice setting to the right of Hart. Hart back to throw, looking for somebody. Good coverage by the Saints downfield. Hart shuffles it, but incomplete. Intended for Wolkowski. Was close to being to the line of scrimmage when he got rid of that throw, but the whole body has to be past the line of scrimmage. Second down for the Cougars coming up. Was definitely close to being over the line for an illegal forward pass, but he didn't have his whole body over the line, they deemed. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Set trips to the right. Cordoni wide. Price inside. Maurice set to the left of Hart. Hart back to throw. Scrambles to the right. Miscommunication. Cordoni checked up on a curl. And Hart went deep. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 now for the Cougars. Cougars are having a hard time getting any traction here. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 29 still. 2-by-2 set for the Cougars. Hart shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Goes deep for Cordoni. Incomplete. 20 and 5. 20 Rupp, 5 Hall. Deep on the coverage there. Brings up 4th and 10 for the Cougars. Ball at the 29. Zia into punt. Malloy back to receive. Good snap by Ladakis. Good punt by Zia. Another nice punt by Zia. 2 weeks in a row he's hit a nice one. And down by number 27, Jesse Nelson. Ball rolls dead at the 25. Nice 46 yard punt by Zia. No return on the play. Zia last week hit a 62-yarder with no return. Saints coming out. Twins right. Straight eye backfield. Stonebreaker. Deep man. Big run up the middle. Franken and Flipper fishing. Fisher flipping, I'm sorry. That I knew it was going to tongue tie me once or twice today. Fisher flipping and Franken. Both of the D tackles in on the play. Two great guys there, Fisher flipping and Franken. Both new to Kiski this year. Ball will be at the 27-yard line when we come back for the 4th quarter. St. James leading the Cougars 25-0. Yes, Mark. Julius Franken uh, has a couple friends who were here before, right? He knows Eustace, who was a part of our 2020 football team, and Matei Bensick was also part of the 2019 and 2020 football teams here at Kiski. Know Julius Franken very well. They played on the same teams over in Germany. That's how we got Mr. Franken. Matei messaged me the day that Julius was coming and let me know that he was coming and give me a heads up. Saints, Yates rolls to the right, out to Owens, complete. Gain of about 8, close to the first down. Yes, will be enough for the first down. Cordoni and Smith on the tackle. About a 9-yard gain there. First down, Saints, 35-yard line. Saints will come out, twins left. I backfield again. Stonebreaker at the tailback. Hands the Stonebreaker off the right side. Big hole. Still going. First contact by Smith. Finally brought down completely by Maurice and Gonzaga, finishing him off, but not until after a gain of about 15 yards, putting the ball at the 50-yard line. Saints will have it 1st and 10 at midfield. Cougars defense has been on the field for a lot of the day. Saints, twins right, I backfield. They switched, put Hall at the tailback, tossing to the right, cuts it up in the middle. Big hit by Maurice. But again, not until the Saints gained 12. Hall with a nice run there. Looks like the Cougar D, from being on the field most of the day, is starting to wear down. It's unfortunate. They've played a good game out there. But after so long of being out there, you kind of, you need to have a little bit of balance. Twins left for the Saints. Hall again at the tailback. Yates fakes it. Wilden puts pressure, but Hall evades. Short pass to Stonebreaker in the flat. Turns it up for a gain of about 15. Tackled out of bounds by Cordoni and Nelson. First and 10, Saints, 22-yard line. Coming out, twins right. Again, pistol set. Hall, Stonebreaker to the right of Yates. Hand to Hall. Some room off the right side. Gets around people, still running, breaking tackles. Finally brought down by Maurice and Cordoni after he broke about 3 or 4 tackles. Big gain down to the 1. First and goal. That's my little buddy down there. He's upset. He was upset last week. He doesn't like the Cougars losing. He was quite upset last week, wasn't he, Coach? Saints hand the ball up. Fumble! Fumble! Ball's on the ground! Who come up with it? Fell. Did it fall right back into his lap? Hall had it fall right back into his lap. Brings up second down. But we have a guy down for the Cougars. Let's pause for a second and see who this is. Don't like seeing people laying on the ground. Is that Julius? That's Franken. Julius on the ground. Let's see if everything's all right with him. Mr. Eckenrode, our trainer here at Kiski, out taking a look at Julius. Coach Solominski out there also. Not sure what they're working on. Franken sitting up finally. That's a good sign to see. Sitting up. Trainer still attending to him, but looks like he's going to stand up. Yes. Walk off. Has a little bit. He's a little bit of a trot there. It looks to be all right. It's been a hot day out there in the D-line and offensive linemen. They're playing both ways. You know, it's muggy here in Salzburg. Humidity's high. Let's hope it was just, wind knocked out or something like that. Saints line up. Twins left. Hall again in the backfield. Yates rolls left, trying to throw. Finds Sullivan in the back of the end zone for a score. Bringing the score now to 31-0 with the Saints up top. 9 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game. Brown on to attempt the extra point again. Yates will be the holder. Saints are missing a guy. Looks like he'll get in there on time. Right guard, right tackle gets set. Good snap, good hold. Blocked again by the Cougars. Wilden gets in there to provide some pressure. Score 31-0 in favor of the Saints. Scoreboard might not say what we want it to say, but we still love our Kiski boys. Isn't that right, Mr. Waller? We don't change our opinion on how we feel about our boys just because of a win or a loss. Our boys are great no matter what the score says on the scoreboard. Isn't that right, Coach Buren? We're trying to win the game of life more than we're trying to win the game of football. And that's what we try to accomplish here at the Kiski School. Turning nice young boys into great young men. That's what we want to do here at Kiski. Brown kicking it off, sends it high. Cordoni will receive it at about the 16. Gets up, had a little bit of a seam, looked like he was going to get a nice return, was tripped up. falls forward to the 36. Did you see who got a handle on that ankle, Mr. Waller? He believes it was number 11, so we're going to go with that. We're going to credit number 11, and that's, whoa, Pete Zoo, XU. I'm not sure. Well, you had to trip me up. You wanted to give me a number and test my pronunciation skills, huh, Mr. Waller? Cougars lined up, strong right eye, hands it to Price off the right side, surges forward for a short gain, maybe about 2, putting the ball up to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 8 Cougars. Saints have had a nice defensive day. Number 5, Liam Hall, being a leader out there, in on a lot of plays. Cougars, strong right eye, Hart under center. Takes the snap, hands it to Maurice. Again, met by Hall immediately. Number 70, Saunders, also in on the play. No gain on the play. 3rd and 8. Cordoni checking in. Campbell coming out. 3rd and 8 for the Cougars. Two-by-two set. Maurice setting left of Hart in the shotgun. Switches them to the right. Snap. Hart back to throw. Steps up. Looking for somebody. Cannot evade all of the pressure. Brought down in the backfield. Who's that? Number 1 again. Trevor Owens with a sack. Loss of about 7. Brings up 4th and 15. Zia back to punt. Looks like they're putting Sullivan deep this time for the return. Snap by Ladakis. Zia gets it off, angles it away from the returner. Bad bounce for the Cougars, but Tucker Lloyd hustles over to keep it from bouncing any further backward and downs it at the 45 of the Cougars. Saints again will start with possession inside Cougar territory. That's been kind of a theme of the day, huh, Mr. Waller? They've been in our territory all day. They've been working with a short field for most of the day. Let's see what Yates coming back in for another series at quarterback. Saints break huddle, come up, Twins left. I backfield, Stonebreaker at the tailback this time. Straight up power handoff in the left side. Stonebreaker bounces it out to the outside. 21, 6, and 5. Maurice, Cordoni, and Price converge to make the stop. 8-yard gain by Stonebreaker. Gives the Saints a 2nd and 2 with the ball at the 37. Clock winding down. Under 6 minutes now left in the game. Saints break the huddle, come out in a 2-by-2 set. Hall straight behind Yates, who is under center. Straight handoff to Hall. Looked like a little trap play. Played nicely by Odin in the middle there. And Gonzaga to fill the hole. Read his guard nicely there. Odin did a nice job of getting in the guard's back pocket and trailing that trap play. Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 3 for the Saints coming up. I backfield, Stonebreaker again at the tailback. Yates under center. Snap, handed Stonebreaker off the right side. Wrapped up by Gonzaga and finished off with a hard hit by Cordoni coming up from the safety position. No gain on the play. Sets up a 4th down and 3. Ball will be at the 38. St. James takes a timeout. And we'll have 4:39 left in the game when we resume play, with the Saints having a 4th and 3 and the ball at the 38-yard line. 4th and 3, this point in the game. I mean, if it was earlier in the game, you'd think they'd be going to their advantage with Mr. Owens on the outside in that height. But right now, 4th and 3, they might just be content to run the ball. They're up 31. Even if they turn it over on downs, it wouldn't be that big of a deal breaker for the Saints as far as the game goes. So we'll see what they do. I mean, new quarterback in the game, 33 is the new quarterback in the game. Looks like they're going to just hand it a nice sweep. We had a little hold out there on the outside that they kind of got away with, without a doubt. But Blake Main, new quarterback for the Saints, carried the ball for about a 5-6 yard gain, putting the ball down at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 Saints. Main will stay in at quarterback. He's under center, 2-by-2 set with Stonebreaker straight behind him. Hands off to Stonebreaker on a straight dive. Gonzaga wraps him up by the ankles. Stonebreaker falls forward, though, for about 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 for the Saints. Cougar defense has been on the field a long time today. Hot day, muggy day. The boys have been playing hard. They're just getting worn down. Main again under center. Twins left. Stonebreaker dot in the eye. Handoff to the left. Finds a seam. Brought down by Tucker Lloyd. Cordoni also in on the tackle. 6-7 yard gain. Looks like it's going to move the chains. Set up a 1st down for the Saints. Ball at the 21-yard line. Clock winding down to just about 3 minutes left in the game. Saints are content with just running clock here. Main comes up under center again. Twins right. I backfield. New tailback in the game. Looks like 25 maybe. Stumbled after the handoff. 25 into the game for the Saints. Joshua Davies with the carry. Fell in his own backfield for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 for the Saints. Ball at the 23. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for watching and tuning in today. Saints are in a Twins left set. I backfield. Davies again with the carry. Finds a seam. Looked like a hold out there. No flags on the play, though. Picks up 13. 14 yards down to the 8. Definitely looked like a little bit of a hold out there, but I don't think the refs are throwing any flags at this point. They're trying to get this game over. 2 minutes and chains are 159 left. Did he step out of bounds or something? Or oh, he went out of bounds, so he actually stopped the clock. Saints line up again. Yates back in at quarterback. So they put the starter Yates back in at quarterback. We got a real tight. He's just taking a knee. Saints are taking a knee, showing a little bit of class, not wanting to score again. Start. It's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. Clock's running. Clock's running. Second down for the Saints now. They're not even going to get back into the huddle. They're just going to be content to stay at the line, wait for the ref to set the ball. Refs are doing a nice job of controlling it out here to where nobody's doing anything that we shouldn't be doing when somebody's just trying to run clock and take a knee. We've had that situation before. But Yates takes another knee, making it third down for the Saints. Ball is still at about the 9-yard line. We appreciate everybody being with us for this live stream. We appreciate all the help here by our students helping us out. Mr. McNally on the clock or the scoreboard, Mr. Fontenez on the camera, Mr. Waller, my eyes in the booth up here helping me spot, Coach Buren on the PA, and Miss Hughes running the clock. Everybody does a great job. We thank everyone. Clock winding down. We're going to just run out these last 12 seconds. No need to run another play. Final score here today, St. James Saints 31, Kiski Cougars 0. Our next home game is, I'm not sure. Let's take a look at the schedule. Next home game, Saturday, September 30, against Penn Charter, will be our next home live stream. The Cougars are on the road next week at Wyoming Seminary. The week after that, we're at Petty School. 2 tough games coming up for the Cougars. Congratulations to the Saints. Have a safe trip back home. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll catch you next time on Cougar Game Day Live. Have a good afternoon. Goodbye.